Welcome back to the Entrefluential Network Marketer Business Bootcamp. This is Module 3, Sponsorships Part 2, Building Trust. Now, in this module, we're going to teach you how to give your ideal client avatars a taste of the products or services that will demonstrate your value and build trust, and that will lead to sales. Converting warm prospects to clients involves building trust, demonstrating value, and addressing their specific needs. Here are some tactical tips to help you achieve this. All right. Our goal here is to convert warm prospects into clients, and that involves building trust, demonstrating value, and addressing their specific needs. Here are 15 tactical methods to help you achieve this. Number 1, personalized communication. Number 2, educate and inform. Number 3, social proof. Number 4, offer free consultations or trials. Number 5, create a sense of urgency. Number 6, overcome objections. Number 7, build relationships. Number 8, use multiple channels to convey your messages. Number 9, use competitive pricing. Number 10, ask for the sale. Number 11, create customized proposals. Number 12, follow up strategically. Number 13, listen attentively. Number 14, create a referral program so that other people can be your sounding boards and brand ambassadors to bring people in from their spheres of influence into your sphere. And number 15, be patient. This is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So patience pays a lot. It will carry you in the long run. All right, now we've covered the 15. Let's dive deeper and look at the details of those 15 tactical strategies, tactical activities. Number 1, build trust, personalized communication. Tailor your messages and interactions to each prospect's needs and preferences. Show that you understand their unique challenges. In other words, find out what problems they have and offer a solution to their problems. Number 2, educate and inform. I like to call this infotainment. You provide them some information in an entertaining fashion so that it's chewable. Provide valuable content that addresses their pain points. Share informative articles, case studies, or webinars like this one right here, to be meta, that showcase your expertise. Number 3, social proof. Share success stories and testimonials and reviews from satisfied clients. This social proof can instill confidence in your prospects. Basically, when they see that, because like everybody's used to doing reviews, reading reviews, especially when it comes to like travel, for instance. If you want to go stay at a bed and breakfast or a hotel, you probably will read some reviews that were left on the website or on Yelp or Google, right? So that you can find out what other people experienced when they went to that hotel or B&B. And so by doing that, you're kind of doing your background information, your research, your due diligence to verify that that place is actually a place that you would want to stay in. And so testimonials help skip that research process and help the people feel comfortable in making a decision to purchase your products or services. Number 4, offer free consultations or trials. If you give prospects a taste of your services or products, that will help them make a decision to go with buying or purchasing or trying out your product or service. So a way to do that, to give them a taste, right? Give them a taste of what you offer is by providing a free consultation or a free trial period, okay? Sorry about the little pop-up message there. And that will help them experience, right? Step into the experience of what you're offering so they can see the value that you provide. It's like you go into a mall and you go to the food court and there's somebody standing there with a tray of chicken nuggets or pieces of meatballs or something, whatever it is. Like Chick-fil-A, they give you a sample chicken nugget, right? So you can taste it, and then you're like, oh my gosh, this tastes so good. Okay, I'm going to buy a Chick-fil-A sandwich, right? That's giving you a taste. That's good marketing. So give people a taste, let them get into it, and they'll want more. And if not, great, that's fine too, because let them go on their business, because you want the people that resonate with you, and you're not going to resonate with everyone. So just, it's a process of elimination, right? Numbers. All right, number 5, create a sense of urgency. If you use a limited time offer or a promotional discount, that will help encourage prospects to take action now. You want them to take action sooner rather than later. So limited time offers and promotions is a way for them to utilize the sense of urgency, so they don't want to miss out. People have FOMO, fear of missing out. So leverage that. It's actually one of Robert Cialdini's strategies in The Art of Persuasion, the Law of Persuasion. All right, number 6, overcome objections. You want to address any objections that your ideal client avatar will have, and answer any concerns openly and transparently. So if you provide solutions and reassurances, like if you can pre-think about what they're going to have as an objection, you can answer it in advance so that they can overcome it without even asking, okay? And reassurances are like giving a bona fide offer. Like if you say, I give you 100% money back guarantee for the first 30 days, that reassurance will alleviate any doubt in the mind of the buyer. All right, number 7, build relationships. This is the best way to make sales. If you nurture relationships, you warm up your prospects over time, right? They're cold traffic because they don't know who you are. Once they identify who you are, by building warmth in the relationship, that means you're communicating with them so they get to know you better. They know what your products and your services are, and they know what your integrity is. So if you engage with them, you can do this in multiple different ways to nurture the relationship, so you build the relationship up. It's like if you go on a date. If you meet somebody, let's say you're in high school or college, right? Or in the workplace, and you meet somebody and you say, wow, I really like this person. If you go up to them and say, hey, will you marry me? They're going to be like, what's wrong with you? Or if you say, let's sleep together. What's wrong with you? That's absolutely absurd. I don't even know who you are. What's wrong with you? Get away from me, creepo, right? But no, if you ask them, hey, would you like to have lunch? First, you actually introduce yourself and you say who you are. Hey, how are you? How do you like this class? Blah, blah, blah. There's small talk. And then the next time, you see them, how are you? Nice to see you again. Hey, listen, would you like to grab lunch sometime? You start with lunch, and then you build a relationship over time. And so what you want to do with your clients, your ideal client and avatar, is build a relationship over time. And you want to do that through omnipresent marketing. You can do it through emails, phone calls, which is like the free consultation, or in-person meetings where you do a free initial consultation to get people in the door and start building that relationship. Tell them about the value that you offer, and then let them make the decision. You really want to get to a point where they're asking you to do business with them, okay? All right. Number 8, use multiple channels. Again, I kind of touched on that with the last one. Multiple channels is called omnipresent marketing. If you could be on a billboard, on a radio, on the television, on social media, that is the best type of marketing that you can do, because you're everywhere. And so everywhere they look, they see you. And what happens is that you start becoming part of the reticular activating system in their brain. Every time they think about whatever it is that product or service is that you offer, like for me, it's real estate, or law. You want them to think of you when they think of those two things. Like, okay, so I want to buy a house in Florida. Oh, I need to call Coleman Tanner Realty. That's what I want people to think. Oh, I need an immigration lawyer. Oh, I'm going to call Leon Law. That's where John Tanner works, right? That's the kind of thing that you want people to think about. And that's more easily done when you have multiple channels. So reach out to your audience, your ideal client avatars, using various channels, using emails, social media, phone calls, everything that you can do to be on their radar and to stay on their radar. All right, number 9, competitive pricing. You want to ensure that your pricing is competitive with the marketplace, because you don't want to be too cheap or too expensive. Maybe you do want to be more expensive than your competition. That's a strategy. It narrows down the ideal client avatars that you're going to be working with. So you've got to think about your strategy very clearly, and it's going to cost more money to do that type of marketing, I think, as opposed to doing low cost bargain style. But it all really depends on the product that you're offering, okay? So you just want to make sure that you're competitive with the same competitive set, your competition, that is most competitive, most like the product or service that you're offering. All right, you want to do you want to be competitive with price. Like, okay, here's where we are in price, and then here's what we include in the value of our product or service, as compared to the other people. How are you better than them? Is the product quality better than the other people? Is that why it's a little bit more expensive, or is it cheaper because you produce at volume, but the quality is just as good as product A, B, and C out there in the marketplace that you're competing with? So think about those things, because you want to have some type of competitive advantage. All right, so then the way to do that is highlight cost savings, long-term investment cost savings, or what is the ROI for your prospects that they can expect right away. Listen, I know that here's a cost of blah, 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 but if you buy this, you'll be able to save blah, 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 which saves you so much more money over the first 30 days or whatever it is. All right, number 10, ask for the sale. Call to action, ask for the sale. Do not be afraid to directly ask for the business. I know a lot of people get shy. I do too. I was very shy in the beginning of my sales career many, many years ago. And so you have to be comfortable with asking for business. And listen, if you've done all of the preliminary work in the beginning, then asking for the sale just makes sense, right? And you can frame it in a way that makes it less intrusive, right? More like, listen, so where are you at with this? Do you want to move forward? Would this be the best next step for you? And that's all you got to say. Just make it very conversational, and not like, don't approach the person with commission breath, right? If you haven't heard of commission breath, it's like you look so desperate for the sell that you're going to push away the person that you're trying to sell to. That's the worst thing that you can do. The best thing that you can do is don't need the sell. Don't think about making the sell. Don't need the sell. Just be nonchalant and just be like, hey, if this is the best move for you, I'll help you. If not, that's okay too. I just want you to be happy. That's the best place to approach asking for the sell. All right, number 11, customized proposals. The more specific you can get when offering your product or service to your clients, the way that you do that, being very specific, is you've got to know what they need and what they want. That's their goals. When you find out what they want and what they need, then you can create a custom product or service that specifically meets those wants and needs. And when you do that, you have a match. And it would be ridiculous for them to say no to what you're offering. What could stand in the way is they just don't have the money. And if that's the case, well, then you offer something of value to them at a discounted price. And if they still can't afford it, by minimizing the product or the service that you're offering, right? If they still can't afford it, maybe a payment plan could be the solution. Offer them a payment plan. Now, if you've offered the full package, a modified package, a payment plan, and they're still not able to do business with you, well, then you give them your business card and you say, hey, listen, I'm here to help you when you're ready to step into this opportunity that can serve you. Until then, I'm here to hang out, listen to the stuff that we offer, that we provide. Let me stay on your radar. I'll stay in touch with you. I'll let you know how we're moving along and making waves in our side of the business. And when it's ready for you, let's do business together. I'd be happy to work with you. And leave the door open. Okay, number 12, follow up strategically. When you're nurturing your leads, you've got to have a solid, consistent follow-up plan. So if you're just getting started in business, this is one of the first things that you need to do is you need to create a follow-up strategy, create the content that you're going to use, whether it be social media posts, emails, weekly blog posts, videos. Do all of these things, set it up in advance as early as you can in advance. Maybe you're doing 1 month at a time. You spend one day knocking out all of your marketing content, and which includes follow-up content for leads that you've already communicated with, and then you launch it, right? You set it up one day, you launch it for the whole month. Over a period of time, you'll have a library of content that you can repurpose in the following years. So when you get to year 2 of your business, you can go back to January of year 2 and pull out that content, give it a touch up, and relaunch it. So once you've created it, your 12 months of content, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You take the stuff that you use, tweak it, and repurpose it. That is the best way for you to expedite marketing content so that you can follow up consistently. Very important that you follow up on a consistent basis so that you can maintain top of mind awareness for the industry that you're in. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to listen attentively, right? Number 13, listen attentively. You want to pay close attention to the feedback that you're hearing from your ideal client avatars and your customers, the ones that have done business with you, and modify, adapt your strategy, adapt your approach, whether it be the marketing messages because you want to create a message to market match, or modify your products or services so that they can better serve your ideal clients. And the way that you can get feedback from these people that you want to do business with and that you are doing business with is that you want to show them that you genuinely care about their happiness, their success, right? Their wants and their needs. When you talk to them genuinely, they'll open up to you and they'll tell you what they think about your product and service. And that customer feedback is the best way for you to modify your business, your product and your service to offer a better product or service going forward, which is going to be beneficial for your business growth. All right, number 14, referral program. Another way to get more brand ambassadors out there, which are they're additional salespeople in addition to your the real sales team that you have, like your paid independent contractors or sales staff, is to use clients to become brand ambassadors. Because if you offer some type of value to them for referring their friends, first of all, that word of mouth marketing is incredibly valuable. There's nothing like getting a testimonial, live testimonial from a person who's already used your product or service to win you a sale again. And so if you offer some type of value to your existing client base for giving you referrals, that's going to improve your business. Create a referral program that will make it of beneficial interest for them to recommend you. Number one, if they already love your product or service, they're going to want to do that anyway, but sweeten the deal by offering them something of value. All right, and then the last one is to be patient. Recognizing that conversions most often don't happen overnight. When you do marketing and you reach cold traffic, maybe 1 or 2% of those people that actually see that for the first time will pick up the phone or send you an email or log onto your website and buy whatever it is that you're selling because they happen to need it right at that moment when they watched it. But more often than not, like 98, 99% of the time, the people that watch your content that you're marketing, whether it be organic traffic or paid traffic, are not going to need what you offer right there, right then, right now. So the best thing that you can do is introduce your product or service and then hit them up again with retargeting. Okay, and be patient and wait. Do your marketing, do your retargeting, repurpose content, and omnipresent marketing so that they can see you in multiple different channels, but let the sales cycle work. In other words, you're bringing them into your sales journey, and think of your sales journey as a roller coaster ride at a fair. The first time they hear about you is as when the customer is walking through the fair and they see this big roller coaster. That's the first time they notice the roller coaster and they say, wow, look at that. That looks pretty interesting. Let me go check it out. Let me get a closer look. Well, the same thing happens when you're doing your advertising. They see your brand in an advertisement on whatever channel it is, whether it be Instagram or on the radio, right? With a Pandora ad, let's say. And so they hear about you and they say, okay, that sounds interesting. Now I want to know more. So then they start to dig into who you are. They go on their cell phone now, because cell phones are pocket computers, and they open up a browser and they type in your business name. For me, let's say ColemanTannerRealty.com, and they go to the website and they start looking at who you are, what you offer, what's the value of using your business over your competition, and how can that serve me. Okay, so let's say that you open a spa up, right? And so you're offering is a massage, a day at the spa, massage, facial, nails. Maybe I don't know what spas offer together. Like maybe that's a combination. I don't know. I'm just kind of giving you a hypothetical, right? And so the person starts to explore if that's something that they want. Now, like I said, maybe 1 or 2% will want that right now. Maybe there's a birthday coming up and they want to give a gift to the spa to their spouse, okay? A day at the spa or to their mother-in-law, whatever. So maybe that 1 or 2% will make an immediate purchase right then and right there. More often than not, they're going to start to do more research, right? So for Coleman Tanner Realty, for instance, they look at it the first time and they say, okay, here's a real estate company. They operate in Jacksonville and in Miami. Okay, if I happen to know somebody who's going to buy a house in Miami or Jacksonville, I may send them there. I don't think about it anymore. Let's go back to the analogy of the person that goes on the ride. The person gets on, they take their tickets, they get in line, and they stand in line. This is like, think about it as while they're standing in line waiting to get into the roller coaster, it's like they're doing research, right? They're exploring, they're looking at other people, they're looking at the reactions of the people that are on the ride, they're listening to the screams, when I say screams, some of them are fearful, some of them are excited. So they're confused. They're like, is this good? Should I do this? Maybe they're having doubts. Same thing happens with people, your ideal client avatar on the sales journey. They're thinking, should I do this? It sounds exciting. Oh, wait a minute. I have some doubts. This might not be the right fit for me. I don't know if this company can service me accurately. So they're doing some exploration while they're waiting in line. They're weighing the pros and cons. Same thing happens when people hear your brand message over and over again. They think of the pros and they think of the cons. It's natural for people to do that. And so you want to give them as much information as possible while they're vetting you out to see if you're a good fit for them. And it's okay if they're not, because you're here to serve certain people that fit your criteria, and that's who you want to reach. So the next thing happens is they get on the ride, okay? And so once they get on the ride, they start this. They're already like halfway through the sales journey. This is where they engage with your service. Now, once they get on that ride, it's going to be up and down, boom, left, right, up, down, maybe upside down. It depends on the roller coaster, but they are on the ride, and you better give them the best product or service possible so that they enjoy that ride. Because at the end of the ride, when they get off the ride, they're going to tell people how great or how fearful that experience was. And so that's where you want to magnify the great experiences, really wow them when they conclude the ride. Maybe you're there. If I had a roller coaster, I'd be taking pictures and have them instantly printed at the end of the ride to give it to the customer when they walk away so they can be excited. Maybe 8 out of 10 people are going to be really happy about that. 1 or 2% are going to be like, oh man, I was about to throw up, get out of my way. And they don't want to see you. Sorry about that crass analogy, but that's the reality of how it works on roller coasters. And so you want to do the same thing too. You want to wow them and have them have some kind of tangible item that they can remember that experience with every time they look at it, engage with it. And do that so that you can raise the level of service that you provide to your clients. And that way they can go on and talk to people as they walk away. They'll tell people later on, a week later, a day later, whatever, about how great that ride was, how great your service was. And that's the way. So you have to be patient because it's a journey. The whole process, like the roller coaster, the fair, it's a process to get people on board, and then it's a process afterwards to maintain them as satisfied clients. So that will help you build trust. Remember, the key to successful conversions is building trust and demonstrating that your product or service can solve their problems and meet their needs effectively. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Entrefluential Network Marketing Business Building Bootcamp. And the next episode, we'll be talking about how to invite them in. So I look forward to seeing you then. And in the meantime, think about ways that you can amplify your message. Until next time, take care.